Morning. Just waiting for 10 o'clock. I should turn the volume off. Richard hasn't called and I don't want him to make noise in the middle of our video. Good morning, everybody. Well, look what I have on the wall today. We are going to finish up. Well, not we. I am going to finish up the Spooky and Sweet Halloween Mystery quilt along with the Fat Quarter Shop. And I've got the pieces laid out as I'm going to do them. This is the two options for your layout. You can do a table topper or wall hanging, or you can do a door banner, and this can also be a wall hanging. I'm going to do it as a door banner, and I did measure my front door to make sure it was going to fit. So the thing was, how am I going to back this quilt? So I went through my Halloween fabric stash and had an idea. And then I watched the video, Pat Sloan's video today, where she was working on hers. And she did a parade of other people's finishes. And somebody had pulled together and was going to mix and match several years of these together. And I thought, that's a fabulous idea. Came running upstairs, got this one, which is the 2022 Boo Crew, because I didn't like my finished quilt, and I don't think I was ever going to actually finish it. However, this is my idea. The purples go with this, so I'm okay putting this on the back. Plus, my door has a big window in it, and I want to be able to see it. I mean, I can see through the window what's hanging there. So whatever I put on the back has to be something lovely to look at as I walk by the door, right? So I thought, why not use pieces of this on the back of this quilt? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it apart, all the blocks, and I'm going to put this like in the middle, and then the hat like at the top or the bottom, and then pull one of the other three, because I think that'll be plenty. All that would fit. And I don't know if these two are going to be wide enough. I haven't put the borders on that yet to determine. But I have plenty of this purple fabric left to fill in gaps as I need to. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I was planning to do a black and white stripe border. That was my initial thought. And then I watched the Fat Quarter Shop's video. I had something in my eye. This morning of her finishing the quilt with tips and tricks and stuff. And she suggested flat black so that it just kind of like is a stopping point. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a flat black. It's the same black that was in the quilt as my border. So here I'm going to finish it off with my borders, and I have one more sashing to put in between the stars. So that's with the background fabric that I was using before. And then I will use this to fill in where these don't work on the back side. So that's my plan. And I hope to have it done by the end of the week, the full finish, since I have to piece my back. So I am going to go with that. Yes. So then that's the plan for this. So now starting next week, Tuesday, we start the Christmas mystery. And that is the Star of Wonder quilt along. And there's also a cross stitch along. And this is the fabric requirements for this. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 fat quarters background, binding, and backing. And so I haven't gone to my local quilt shop yet, but I am kind of thinking I'm going to get there today because I do have to go to the grocery store, so it's kind of like on my way home. But I did go through my Christmas box of fabric. I had gotten this box from my sister for Christmas a couple years ago. It's even got a tag on there. It says, to Amy from Erin, do not open until Christmas. So in here is where I keep all of my Christmas specific things. And I had showed how I was going to do the jelly. I started the Jelly Roll Snowflake, which was a 2020. Which year did this one come out? 2020. And so when we get to the week where I left off on this, which I think is week 3, I will pull that out and work on both of them until we're finished, which I think is the last week. But I did pull out from my stash a white on white. I don't know if you could see it's a floral on there. But so I have this is 3 yards, so I have plenty of this. So that's probably the background fabric that I am going to use. So I did decide what I was going to try to use in this box if I can't find anything at the at my local quilt store. But in here I have scraps and a 10-inch a layer cake of holly berry. It's a couple years old, but I've been working on using that up sparingly. I've made things to put in my Etsy shop and stuff, but I've got very little left of Urban Chicks Oh Dear left. I had a charm pack of this, and I had gotten some layer cake bits and pieces from other methods. There's also like these little labels and stuff that came with it. And I do have a quilt, Dear Christmas from Urban Chicks. I do have a quilt in my closet that needs to be quilted. It's a charm pack of these. I use the charm pack to go, I just use the squares to go all the way around the outside edge as a border, but the big deer is in the middle of it. And when it gets closer to Christmas, I'll pull that out because I think I'm going to send that to my long armor and have her quilt it for me. And it has a red minky on the back. So that one's kind of cute. But I think I'm going to use this, what I have in this bundle. What's left of it. I've used it for some other projects. And so I've got all my scraps and everything all saved too, just in case I need some smaller pieces. But it is Peace on Earth by My Mind's Eye. So there are these prints that were in it. So like Santa and a bird. And then there is a red on red plaid, red and white plaid, and a buffalo check. And then there's a red on red of this, and there's a couple stripes. There's a red and a white and red. And there was some grays. I didn't use these fat quarter bundles, but this one here is really pretty. The scenery on this one with the sleigh. Well, just gorgeous. So I don't know if I have enough here to do this or not, but maybe I won't do the whole quilt because I have done that in the past, only done partials, only the blocks that really spoke to me kind of thing. So I'll have to take a look and see what the mystery is all about. It appears I've been hearing really good things about it from those designers who know, who are sewing along and who know what the final quilt looks like. So I think I want to use that and do it on that white background. I think I want to try to do that because I don't know that I want to spend a whole lot of money on a new full fat quarter if I only need just a little bit. You know what I mean? I only need 10 in a background. So I've got some miscellaneous things in here. I have a fat eighth of, and I'm not even sure, remember what this is, but I've had this for a couple of years. I think it's Lella Boutique, if I'm not mistaken. You know what? I think I need to turn you back around this way so I make this more easy for me. So that's what I have in here with that. I still have some of this left over. Some fig tree, Christmas figs. I have that bundle. I could do this too. However, this is not a white, it's kind of creamier. Let me see. Let's take a look here. And I used it for one of them, and it was one that I really wasn't jiving with at the time. And so I have blocks made with this, but I didn't finish it, and so they're kind of left aside. So there's that option too, because I know there's a lot of when you see the quilt, the parts of the quilt, there is some green and stuff in there. So I'll kind of keep this in mind, and I think I'll have a final decision. I'll be able to do that when I see the first blocks. So I'll leave that out just in case. So I've got a couple of options here, and I'm all good with that. So I don't know that I need to buy anything there, but I am going to go buy that red, white, and blue, the what is it, Old Glory or whatever. I think I'm going to go do that. Good morning, So Blessed by Jess. I have also, this is what I've got in here. This is some Tim Holt fabric, little vintagey type fabrics. I haven't used these for anything, but I have used the other things that came in this bundle for other things. So this is just what I have left of this. I haven't used this yet. Kind of like this one. And I do like that one. So I'm saving all of these for something. Here's a red, like wood thing. So we'll see what I get to use them for. I've used some of this. This is all I have left of that. And there's a tiny little piece of this snowflake in there. So that's all I have left of that. I've got some miscellaneous things I picked up at my local quilt shop. Olive juice. So there's 2 of these and 1 of this. So you never know what you're going to use it for. I was getting fat quarter bundles. And I think this is half yard bundles I signed up for with one of a box that was coming. And these have been in here for quite a while now. And these were all Christmassy themed. So I just added these to the box. So I've got those. This is like all I have left of a bundle of fabric that I had for something else. I made with this fabric line, I made a Irish chain Christmas quilt, which is downstairs. And I will pull it out when we get to making our quilt so I can show you what that was all about. This is part of like a Kimberbell one I think I had. Got a little bit of this left from something. I've got this one here, which is this Kimberbell? Yeah, this is Kimberbell too. This came in a Sampler box. I've got this one here. I think came in a Sampler box too. I think this was all part of that same line. These 3 things came from that. And then this one here, I think came from a Sampler box from a different project. I mean, I'm not sure where I got them from. This goes with this one. So, and I made my sister Christmas table runner. I made a coworker, a table runner. I made a supervisor, a table runner, Christmas gifts. So I've got, these are the fabrics that are left from that. I've made vinyl project bags out of some of these. These are ones that I've had forever. I've had these for more than 20 years, but I had a whole bunch of this. I liked it 20 some years ago and I had yards of it, and this is all I have left of it. And it's not even really Christmassy, but I put it in some of those quilts. This one here is from my Civil War reproduction pile. I threw that in here because it was kind of Christmassy. See, look, I even have like a square in there. I've got this. Oh, see, there's another part of it. I've got this one. I have a Christmassy polka dot, and this I've had for eons, even longer than the rest of these. So, and then I have this yardage here. It's from J. Wecker Fresh, and it says Christmas on it. I'm still trying to figure out how I can use it. I wanted to make like flags, a banner, and so I was working on some ideas, and I had some videos where I did that quite some time ago. But I still have I have all of this here. I haven't quite yet just kind of went, yeah, that's exactly what I need to do with that kind of thing. So I haven't quite figured out exactly what I'm going to do with it. It would be a great backing for a quilt, which is probably how I'll end up using it. So that's pretty much all that's in there. But I have lots of scraps, and I've been able to use pieces over time in other projects. So that's what I'm going to do with this year's project. So I will have this available for my background. And my two options is the Christmas figs that I have left over and the Peace on Earth by My Mind's Eye. It is My Mind's Eye, isn't it? I think it was. I don't know. I can't find a salvage to read right at the moment. Yeah, My Mind's Eye. So I had bought this last year, the Fat Quarter Bundle. So I am going to work with that. But if I see something I just can't resist while I'm at the shop, you just never know. All right. Oh, there is that, the Christmas stuff. Well, I've gone over my time a little bit, so one thing might have to wait until tomorrow. But today is also Laundry Basket Quilts Block 6. Good morning, Michelle. Block 26 came out today, and that looks like, so I need to do a fabric pull for the Laundry Basket Quilts Birthday Mystery. And next week is the halfway-ish point for this quilt, so I will do a show and tell of my blocks. But this is the block that's out this week, so I need to do a fabric pull for that. Here's my pile of blocks. So I want a floral? You know what? This is like one of my favorites. One of my favorites. So I think I want to try to do that. So then there is two different backgrounds. Let me see if I can find one that kind of goes with this. Something like this. This one here is a little bit more busy floral. I like that. This one here. For that half square triangles on that end. Or do we want something even busier than that? I've got this one. Doesn't really go as well. Doesn't go as well. This one's pretty. I like that. 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 This one's pretty. I like this one, but it's not as busy. This one. Nah. Not this one. That one's pretty. I like that. Let's do that one. I like that one. And then the other one is a lighter blue. And has two backgrounds in it. So let's pick a lighter blue. And they're half square triangles. This medium blue here. I'm kind of getting down to, well, I've got a lot of fabric, but I've used most of it already. So let's see. I just used this one in the last one. Let's see. How about this one? That's not medium. That's dark. I have to find a medium. I've got these charm squares, but if I don't have more than one, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I have to have at least two of the same print in order to make that fly. Look at this. Can I do that? Can I pull this off? Okay, so this background goes with this one. That kind of works. And then the background for that one could be this one. Ooh, that's pretty. How does that look? In hers, she uses the pale also, and I'm only going to do the one. I'm not going to do 3 different backgrounds. So I think I'll just do these. I think that's what I will do for this block. So there, my fabric pull, and I will put that together, and then you will see my final block tomorrow. And for those of you who are new, I also do a heart block with each one as well. It's applique on. I have not yet top stitched or done anything to those. So, but I do make one of those for each one. I don't know why. It was February. I was in the heart mood. I made a red one for my living room chair. I made a small pillow. And so I just am making blue ones too. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. If they'll go in the quilt, if they'll go into another project that will supplement the quilt, but they're there. So let's put this back. And I've got my fabric pull for that project. While I'm at my local quilt shop, I might look through her laundry basket fat quarters. You could buy them individually. And I might just pull out some more blues. So there we go. I always kind of do that every time I walk in there. I pull out I'm going to show this real fast though. This is the Primitive Gatherings quilt box. And it comes every couple of months. It's not a monthly program, but it was a good box. We got this little tote bag. Kind of is circular bottom. And it has that quilt block on the front. It's a motor bag. So it's really cute. I really like this. So I'm going to fill it with stuff and put it on in my, what you call it up here, my rack. So then we also got this pattern with the charm pack of Feed Sex Good Works. So I've got that project. We also got this project, which is the Stonebridge Runner. It's 19.5 by 62. And that came with the charm pack, which is a Robert Kaufman, and it's by Jill Shawless. It's called Stonebridge. So it's all the same fabrics, Civil Warish, greens and reds and navies and golds. I'm trying to, there's a slippery little plastic thing on top here that I'm having trouble with. Slips right through my fingers. But there are tans and browns in this. I don't know that I'll make that table topper with this, but yeah. I'm going to put this up in my little blueberry box up there with all the other stuff, and I'll hold on to this pattern. Stonebridge Runner. It's neat. Oh, it's neat, and I like this one, so I'm definitely going to probably make this at some point down the road, but it's just little blocks. What the size of this one is 61.5 by 61.5. It's a lot of negative space in this one. So lots of negative space in that one. And then for the actual quilt of the month or block of the month, there is box number 3's pattern is for these two blocks. And well, actually, is it just for the one? No, it's 2 different blocks. And these are the fabrics that came with that. So I'm just going to put those with my stash until I figure out what kind of background I'm going to use for these. So that's in this box over here where I'm storing all of that. So it will go with these fabrics that are already in here for the other blocks. And that was these two. So now we've got, so you're supposed to mix and match the fabrics that you get from each one to make blocks. So there's a couple there, a couple here-ish, I guess. I don't know unless that's just part of it, but this one, I'm a little confused. I'll have to read about it too. But this one here, apparently I can make 4 if I combine, because I think there's more than 12 blocks in the final quilt. And so you're supposed to just mix and match your fabrics that you've gotten from previous ones. So I think this time we're making 4 blocks in this one. That's my theory, using all of the fabrics that we've gotten so far. So I've got triangle paper in here that came with the last box or the first box. So I just add these fabrics to this collection. And here's all of them together. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. Very but like I think Jean mentioned yesterday, use a busy background fabric, and I think that might work. It was an idea that I had, and then it kind of lost it, and I didn't even know what to do with it. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of up in the air on that one. So that's the box that's in here for this box is being saved for that monthly block of the month program. And then I'll put the rest of it in here. It also comes with caramels, and they are really, 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 really good. That was like the first thing I ate when it opened, when I got it. My mail comes around dinner time sometimes, and I hadn't eaten yet. So I was hungry. So there is today's video. I will work on the back, piecing the back together, pulling this apart and trying to come up with something to put on the back of it, which blocks I will use based on the width of it. I'll do some measuring first, because I might make this wider, because I kind of want to use this block. I don't know. I don't think I could fit them all in there, but because this one here is going to have to go up and down. So I'm going to have to put some fabric on the side of that to fit that in the center. And then I think I want to use the hat for sure. I'm not going to use the ghost. I'm not real happy with the ghost because I can't really see the eyes. You can kind of see them there, but there's that bottle up in the top that kind of makes it look like he has a third eye. And I like that. But anyway, I like the candle. So we'll see how I can make it work. And then I can make it like a, so I'll be able to see it through the window, but then it's kind of like, how do you call it? Two-sided? It'll work all the way. And that way I can actually use this instead of just letting it sit around unfinished and not use it at all, because I really don't think I was going to make anything out of it. I wasn't happy with the way that the stripes were going, and so, and it's not fabric I typically would choose. It's just what my local fabric store had, and I thought I could make it work. I thought it was, some of the fabrics were kind of cute. I thought I could make it work for this pattern, and I just don't think it does. So I could be wrong. I know other people have used it. They did it differently than I did. So it depends on how your brain works, right? But I'm going to see how I can get this together and make a backing for this year's Halloween mystery quilt. And then it will hang on my front door for Halloween. And then I'll work on the laundry baskets quilt block. And we'll have an update on all of this tomorrow. And then tomorrow we work on Pat Sloan's Block Wednesday. I'll get that back up on the wall here later today. I wanted to get this laid out so you could see it in full. You guys have a good day, okay? And we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, June 26th. And I thank you for joining my video today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.